Come here, baby. Before you take another bite, let Grandma tell you where that food really came from. You see that burger in your hand? That crispy fry you just dipped in ketchup? That sweet apple pie cooling on the counter? You call it American, don't you? Well, what if I told you it's not? What if I told you that burger crossed an ocean, those fries traveled through centuries, and that pie? Oh, honey, that pie was baking long before America was even born. Now, don't get me wrong. This country knows how to make food its own. But the truth is, every bite you love carries a story of ships and journeys, of people leaving home, of recipes whispered across generations and borders. And tonight, I'm going to tell you the truth they never put on the menu. 10 foods you'd swear were born right here in the USA, but not a single one started here. So sit tight and don't go anywhere, because once you hear this, you'll never look at your plate the same way again. Now listen here, sweetheart. You might think that big, juicy hamburger sitting on your plate is as American as a summer parade, but oh no, it's got a passport older than you'd imagine. Long before it ever sizzled on an American grill, there were folks in a faraway place called Hamburg, Germany. Hard-working sailors and laborers, tired from long days, would eat minced beef, simple, hearty, and filling. They called it Hamburg steak. No bun, no fancy toppings, just meat and survival. Then came the journey. People left their homes, crossing oceans, chasing dreams, carrying little pieces of their lives with them. And somewhere along that long journey to America, that humble beef found new hands and new ideas. Now here's the part I love most. A young boy, just 17 years old, at a county fair. He wanted folks to eat while they walked, so he flattened meat and tucked it between bread. Simple idea, right? But oh child, that moment, that changed everything. That's how the hamburger became what we know today. Not born here, but reborn here. And that, my dear, is how America works. It takes something old and gives it a brand new life. Now let me tell you about the hot dog, the kind you eat at ball games with mustard dripping and laughter all around. You'd swear it was born right here in America, wouldn't you? But truth is, it started far away in Germany and Austria, where butchers made long spiced sausages, frankfurters and wieners they called them. Folks brought those sausages with them when they came to America. They carried recipes like family heirlooms, tucked safely in memory. But the real magic? Oh, that came from a little problem. At a big fair, crowded, noisy, full of hungry people, a vendor ran out of gloves to hand out with the hot sausages. Now, most folks would panic, but not this man. He grabbed some bread rolls and handed those out instead. Just like that, problem solved. And wouldn't you know it, that little fix became a tradition. The hot dog we love today was born not from planning, but from quick thinking. Sometimes, honey, the best things in life come from accidents. Now sit close, 'cause this one's special. As American as apple pie, they say. But that pie? Oh, it's been around longer than this country itself. Apples didn't even start here. They came from faraway mountains in Kazakhstan. Can you imagine that? And the first apple pies were baked in Europe hundreds of years before America was even a dream. Back then, pies didn't even taste like what we know today. No sugar, just fruits, spices, and whatever folks had on hand. Then came the settlers. They brought apple seeds across the ocean, planted them in new soil, and watched them grow. And that's when something beautiful happened. That pie, made from foreign fruit, old recipes, and new land, became a symbol of home. Not because it started here, but because it belonged here now, just like the people who made it. Now let me tell you about those crispy little fries you can't stop eating. They might be called French, but don't let the name fool you. Some say they really came from Belgium, where villagers fried potatoes long before anyone else claimed them. But those potatoes, oh, they've got an even older story. They came from the mountains of South America, grown by the Inca people thousands of years ago. So think about that for a second. And vegetable from South America, fried in Europe, named by soldiers and loved in America. That's not just food, that's a journey across the whole world. And yet somehow, when you dip one in ketchup, it feels like home. Funny how that works, isn't it? Now this one will make you smile. Chocolate chip cookies, warm, soft, and full of comfort, were indeed made right here in America. A woman named Ruth baked them in her inn one day, and goodness, the world's been sweeter ever since. But that chocolate inside, oh child, that's ancient. It comes from cacao, first used by the people of Mesoamerica thousands of years ago. To them, it wasn't candy, it was sacred, a drink rich and bitter, believed to be a gift from the gods. Can you imagine? Every bite of that cookie carries thousands of years of history, even if you're just eating it with a glass of milk. Sometimes the sweetest things have the deepest roots. Now let's talk about ketchup, your favorite, I know. Bright red, sweet, and tangy, but once upon a time, it wasn't any of those things. It started in China as a salty fish sauce. Can you believe that? No tomatoes at all. Sailors carried it to Europe, where folks kept changing it, adding mushrooms, nuts, and all sorts of things. Then finally, in America, someone added tomatoes, sugar, and vinegar, and that's the ketchup you know today. So what you're tasting isn't just sauce, it's centuries of change. Now donuts, ooh, I've got a soft spot for these. They came from Dutch settlers, little fried dough balls they called olie koeks. Tasty, sure, but not quite the donuts we know. Then one day, a young sailor got frustrated. His dough wasn't cooking right in the middle. So what did he do? He punched a hole right through it, and just like that, the donut was born. Simple idea, big impact. Not a corn dog, that's pure, fair magic, isn't it? But look closer. That sausage inside? German. That corn batter outside, from ancient Mexican maize. Two worlds, thousands of years apart, meeting on a stick. That's not just food, that's history shaking hands. Now here's a fancy one, Caesar salad. You'd think it came from Rome, but no ma'am. It was made in Mexico by an Italian man running low on ingredients. He threw together what he had and created something unforgettable. Sometimes greatness comes when the pantry is nearly empty. And finally, those spicy buffalo wings. Yes, they were made in New York, but that heat, that flavor, that comes from traditions carried by African people. Flavors shaped through struggle, resilience, and history. So every bite tells a deeper story, one not always spoken. Now listen close, sweetheart. Food isn't just food. It's stories, it's journeys, it's people. Nothing you eat came from just one place, and that's the beauty of it, because just like this country, it's made from many hands, many hearts, all coming together to create something worth sharing. Now come a little closer, sweetheart. Next time you sit down for a meal, whether it's a burger, some fries, or a warm slice of pie, I want you to remember something. That plate in front of you is not just food, it's a story, a journey, 1,000 hands from all over this world coming together just for you. And if this little story of mine made you smile or made you see your food just a little differently, then don't be a stranger now. Go on and like this so I know you're still sitting at Grandma's table. Share it with someone you love because good stories, just like good food, are meant to be shared. And subscribe so you can come back anytime you're hungry for another story. I'll be right here waiting with something warm for you.